Ooh, Tundra. Welcome to another Age of Mythology 1v1. Start off with Purple shooting some of the hunt to get his villagers over there, and he puts down the lure. Poseidon player today, Tom Sky. Alright, and he starts off going fully on food. Even his scout wants to hunt that food. Damn. On the other side, we have Dagoth Ur. Isn't that a bad guy in Oblivion or in Skyrim? It's one of the Daedric princes, I thought. I don't know. Anyways, Red going fully on food with one villager on gold. Looks like two on gold. And bringing his goats back to his town center. Both players are Poseidon. Interesting. So, Red did not start off with a lure. Instead, he built a granary to gather the hunt. Interesting play. Purple building a storehouse and a house. Storehouse coming out from Red. He's going to have two villagers on lumber. Two on coal and probably the rest on food. Looks like that's the path he's going. I love the lore personally. I think it's a great god power. Acts as a granary, made it that much better. Temple going up for Red. Purple's about to have his. And he reaches the 400 food required. Let's see which god he goes. Red has decided to go Hermes. This will give him both players going Hermes, giving them centaurs to start off with. Are both players going to go cavalry? Is the question. Let's take a look at some of these relics before they get picked up. We have Thundercloud Shawl, increases the pierce armor of human soldiers. It's kind of a bad relic, only 5%. Well, it's pierce armor though, so it's like all pierce armor. It's not bad. Ranged soldiers and myth units are cheaper. Wow, that's not bad. It's only 10%, but making ranged soldiers and ranged myth units cheaper would be a great boon. Somebody should pick up both of those relics. That way they don't get countered. Gold gathers faster, 10% gather rate for villagers. That's not bad. It's a great relic too. And at the very bottom we have Skull of the Cercepes. A group of monkeys will appear at your temple. Terrible, terrible relics. What are you gonna do with monkeys? Scout with them? Harass? I guess it'd be a little annoying. Good way to build your buildings to protect your gold mine here. Red still hasn't used his lure power. Maybe he's saving it for when he runs out of food. A couple of these villagers went idle. Red harassing purple at his lure. Centaur takes a couple hits. Starts harassing again. Purple whole its entire food line just stops operating. Oh, I thought he was killing the goats. Okay, purple coming out with a market. Interesting. Maybe he wants to be able to trade resources back and forth. The hero takes out the centaur in 2 hits. Beautiful. I don't know if he meant to do that, but it happened. Red didn't mean for that to happen, that's for sure. He just died. We have a Pegasus coming out to scout. They move quick. Red playing a more aggressive playstyle. Builds a couple more centaurs with a Hippias. And starts harassing with his heroes. He's just bringing back the Bow of Artemis, making ranged soldiers and ranged myth units cheaper. This will help with the centaurs. Good job grabbing that. Watchtower's already upgraded. Red running with his centaurs. Okay, interesting. You were doing fine there. I don't know what. He was winning. He could have easily taken out 1 or 2 of his units. Figures if he's not doing any damage, he might as well run back. That's all I can think. Red sacrificing a couple of his units, unfortunately. Not very well positioned centaurs. Red taking many losses. I don't think Red knows how to play Poseidon. He hasn't used the lure. He hasn't been using his units very effectively. Pegasus goes down. We're building a watchtower over here. But Red is the first to boom. Finally using his god power lure. Spawned a few chickens that'll get more food over time. Purple building up an army. There's a good amount of Hippias. Red, who started off aggressive, is now has a smaller army than purple. See, this is red, right? Yeah, he's floating gold. He needs more on food. Because he has 2 TCs running. Each TC takes up like 6 villagers' worth of food. So you want to have a bunch on food if you're going to go military, because your military typically costs food. Unless you're building archers, in which case you want them on wood. Or centaurs. Centaurs are great. They cost wood, so if you can put some on wood and start cranking them out. And then they complement your Hippias. More Pegasus coming out for red. An interesting playstyle. Sacrifice your army and build Pegasus. Red's taking the center of the map. Wanted to make sure no TC over here from purple. Purple still hasn't taken his second TC. He's going to start falling behind. Well, I mean, he already has. But he does have a larger military, so let's see where this goes. He destroys the walls. Doesn't want any barriers between him and his opponent. Much bigger army than red. What's red gonna even do? Lanchester's laws start taking effect. More purple units attacking red units than red units attacking purple units. So his military melts. These centaurs should not have come here. Ah, that's it. But red's the one booming, so he's going to try to see if he can't hold off. What can you do against an army that big, though? Of Hippias, when you have nothing. He's just going to raid everywhere. Okay. Red so uses his ceasefire to buy a little bit of time. He has H3, which is why he didn't have as big of a military, but let's see if he builds one up. It's not going to be in time, though, because purple is also building a military in the same time. Red is building Padromos, though. He's counter cavalry. These will be really strong against the Hippias. Ceasefire ends. Part of Red's military turns into sheep. Not quite enough. But does purple have enough units to end the game? If he brought the rest of his military, he would. But right now, he's just going to try to do some eco damage. Getting some villager kills wherever he can. Slowing down Red's economy. tons of villagers over here for you, purple. The villagers could fight back. No, the Padromos are going to take out the cavalry. Purple just to let red take out his army. But he does have more, so only problem is red has Padromos. Triple damage to cavalry, insane. So they're doing like 30 damage to a Hippias. Purple having to go outside of the map for food as well. Just taking these berries. Purple now on 3 town centers. He finally built this one. And he's building this one. But I don't think he has the economy to boom. Wow, red gathering as much gold from there as he can. He's not floating it either, which means he's putting it into military somewhere. Red sees purple taking over. Is he gonna do anything? Right now he's just protecting his 3rd town center being built. Red building a fortress. He's carving up the map and taking half for him. Nice. Purple building up a military. He's still building Hippiases, even though he knows red is building Prodromos. An interesting play. I mean, it's still cavalry, so it's still good if you're Poseidon, but you don't want to keep building Hippias into Prodromos. Red building a Nemean lion, it looks like. While purple's still pumping out Hippias. Red retreating back into his base. Stunning the villagers. Finally got some Petrobolus out to take out these town centers. Let's see it. Oh, he's taking out that fortress while it's going up. Oh, will it finish? Has one more attack. 1 second away, and it finishes. Starts repairing it, but armies have moved in. Purple with a much larger force, but red with Padromos starts retreating his Petrobolas, which are gonna die. Red retreats his military back behind his wall. The lions go in. Double stun. Nothing happens because the rest of his army isn't here. Purple goes around the wall. He doesn't need to go through it, even though it'd probably be much easier. But to him, it's a way in, and now he can start harassing the economy. Red, you probably don't want to keep building Petrobolos. If he'd kept building Padromos, he would have held off Purple. Purple's Hydra with 3 heads now. That's scary. Where did Purple get these militia from? Oh, from when Red destroyed his CC. Red just finding places to do some damage. Or Purple, I mean. Just letting his villagers die under the town center. Red needs to learn how to micro better. Poor guy. There's so much to micro though. I can understand if your APM isn't that high. That can be hard. Purple flooding in units now. This is it. He's found the heart and he stabbed it. Red still hanging on though. Thinks he can hold him off if he just takes the gold and has some food economy. But he's taking so much damage that it would be forever before he recovers from it. Hydra with 4 heads now. Brutal. That thing just melts anything it attacks. If it would ever attack, but he's over microing. Purple counters with 2 fortresses. More raids coming through to kill any villagers. Purple just needs to go in and attack here, and that would completely demoralize Red. Or if he takes out all of his gold gatherers. Just he keeps attacking random stuff over here, and when he should attack the supplies that are making Red alive still. Want to cut off the blood flow. There it is. Red gave up. That was it. Oh yeah, he saw this flooding in and he said it was game over. He knew it was game over. Just a bunch more Hippiases and Centaurs. Well, there it is. Poseidon taking all the accolades today. Is all the highlights. The book got the age 3. Yeah, purple was just more consistent. He wasn't losing his army in weird ways the way red was. And red never really built up a military strong enough to beat purple, as indicated by all this. Yeah, and this was it over here once he lost his army. Some both reaching their peak villagers. That's good. Strong booming happening in this game. I like to see that. Red with Padromos, but just not quite enough. 19 Padromos and 50 Hippias. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit a like and subscribe. Give me some feedback. I'd appreciate it. Have a great day.